I hate this intro. Okay, inexperienced DOMs. Let's see, we covered red flags in meeting subs, young or immature things subs do. Didn't I tell the DOMs that I would come back for y'all? What you thought because I'm a DOM, the DOMs was gonna be safe? What are the red flags when meeting DOMs? How would you know in early conversations that the DOM isn't good or isn't good for you? Let's see, so you're talking or texting a DOM, and you being a sub, asking about future goals, what the DOM likes, what the DOM wants as far as BDSM goes. And all their answers are mostly on the level of them being rich, getting money, having money, being successful, getting what they want, or just them being on the top of things, period. Why is this bad? Because to me it sounds like they're okay with using a sub or using a slave to get to whatever their goal is. That's one of the many problems with marriages in the vanilla lifestyle. One person fighting to get what they want in the end, not caring about using the other person or other people to get there. Every Dom should want to reach whatever their goal is with their sub or slave, not because of them. As a sub or the slave serves a Dom to help them reach their goal in life or goals in life, the dominant should be giving the subs whatever it is they need for the subs to reach their goals as well. Relationships, people. If the dominance goals is something that the subs or the slaves honestly can't help with, this could be spoken about, should be spoken about, so both people have a chance to work that out, or they have the option to walk away. Communication, people. But for a dominant to use a sub or a slave, just quietly use them to reach their goals and then be ready to discard them, definite no-no. Second red flag could be the dominant has no goals at all. You're talking to a Dom about things in the long run as far as BDSM goes, or you're asking questions as far as things in the long run as far as BDSM goes, and all the answers are things involving the dominant having their fun now, getting what they want or need now, how they want things to be now, how things should be now, or they reply by trying to ask the same kind of questions back to you, the sub, to avoid having to answer that question at all. This is a sign that they don't know how to answer that question or what to say because their mind is just only on the current, only on the present, or they don't see BDSM being in their future, or they probably don't see the BDSM lifestyle as a lifestyle, just something to do for fun right now. If the sub is looking for some sort of fun right now or some sort of playtime ASAP, then yeah, this could work out. This could work out for both of them. But if that's not the case, then this will end up being a problem later on, which will suck because one, if not both the people might actually love each other. Third red flag. So the Dom and the sub just met, they're talking. The how long you been in the lifestyle question comes up by the sub to the Dom. The Dom's answer is probably from 3 years ago up to the present day. I would say the next question should be, in your opinion, what makes you a Dom? What makes you a dominant? Or what makes you want to live this lifestyle? I say this because in my personal opinion, if a dominant has up to 3 to 4 years experience, I personally don't think they know enough to be considered a dominant by anybody just yet. If not by anybody, I don't think they have enough experience to be considered a Dom by everybody. Honestly, when people tell me that they've been in this lifestyle or been a Dom for 3 to 7 years, I instantly think they're just 50 shaders because the first one of those books came out like 7 years ago, and the first movie came out about 3 years ago. I found by talking to these people or letting these Doms just talk that these are kind of people that think the 50 Shades of Grey story is exactly what and how BDSM is, or exactly what and how BDSM should be. Which again, I'm gonna say that story was very abusive and unhealthy. Everybody says there's more to this lifestyle than this, there's more to this lifestyle than that, and every Dom is gonna know more or less than the next one. But some of the most important things that make a good dominant, again, in my opinion, is knowing how to treat people and maybe being not just what a submissive wants, but what a submissive needs. Someone could be a dominant person or have a dominant personality, but know nothing about how to actually treat a submissive, or know nothing about how to treat different submissives differently. Some of them don't even know how to treat a person. Basically, Just being a dominant person does not really make you a dom in the BDSM lifestyle. It just helps with certain things at certain times. Now, I've said this, I've heard other people say this, and this is, you are a dom because you are respected enough or by enough people that they call you such or see you as such. Meaning a dom isn't a dom because they say and think they are. A dom is a dom because other people say and think they are. Which means you have to know or have learned certain things to gain that experience. Things that some people might need years to know and learn. Bottom line, a dom can't just call themselves a dom one day and demand that people see them as such. Because no real submissive person is going to respect that. And since we're talking about experience, I've always heard since the 90s, since I first discovered BDSM, that no one should be training anybody or be training to be a dom unless they're 18 or over, but should be at least 25 and over to be considered and seen as a dom. If somebody claims to be a dominant and they're 18 years old, it to me means, again, my personal opinion, the years of experience and learning to become a dom came when they were way too young. When someone tells me that they're also a dom, maybe it's just me being humble, but I instantly think you got as much experience in this as I do or more. So you tell me you're a dom, I'm thinking I could learn from you. So at like 18, 19 years old, I feel like they're just calling themselves a dom or trying to get as much respect for being a dom just to get as much playtime as possible. And honestly, this is something I can't have respect for, and I will instantly lose respect for that person. And yes, I know pro doms are different. They don't necessarily have to live the lifestyle or be considered a lifestyler. Pro doms doing it for the money, trying to make a career out of it. I know you're gonna beef, and if you want to beef, Grand Machine info, where is it? There it is right there. Enjoy. So red flag number 4. So somewhere in the meeting conversation between the dom and the sub, or sometime down the line in conversation, the punishment conversation comes up, however it comes up, and everything a dominant says as far as punishments go has something to do with causing more problems, more pain, more scarring, be it physical, emotional, or psychological, than needed. In other words, it'd be way worse than whatever the problem is that the sub is being punished for. Subs, please listen out for red flags like this. In my opinion, stuff like that is kind of coming out the blue. Everybody's relationship is different, but I see this a lot at events. I've actually seen that happen in the street. What just happened? How'd it go from playing around to domestic violence? Anytime in the middle of a conversation, even if it's about punishments, the dom is constantly talking about beatings, smacking, hitting, or the whole, I'll cave your chest in and punch you in your mouth, keep it up. I'll knock you the out right in front of everybody. The typical things that we hear parents say to kids in the street or in a supermarket in this day and age. Watch out for those signs. To me, that's a relationship that's going to end up with serious hospitalization or an arrest. Subs, please watch out for this. Submissives, please watch out for this. Slaves, please keep your ears open. Pay attention to the actions that your dom might do. Pay attention to how dominance might change as times go on. Now, I've been in this for a while. Yeah, I know some people like that. Some doms like talking that way. Some subs might like the forcefulness, the dominance of it. Some submissives might not like it, but tolerate that kind of verbal violence, or we'll call it maybe a soft limit. That's something you don't want to become a reality later. I'm more sure during the figuring each other out, figuring out pain tolerance, figuring out what one can get away with, that a sub can't picture how hearing something like that might make them feel. They can't picture how scared they might be. They can't automatically know how terrifying it might make them feel, how real that might be, if that could come true, or if it's just BS. It takes time to learn that dominant's personality, because a dominant is a person. You know their personality, you know if they full of crap, so when they talk like that, it'll never happen, or you know that there was an instance where it looked like it might come to that. So when you hear them say and talk like that later on down the line, you need to worry. You need to either try to talk to somebody or you need to get out of there. My personal opinion, again. And last one, red flag number 5. In the getting to know each other convo, playtime becomes the topic. And no matter where the sub goes with the playtime conversation, the dom is constantly talking about how good they are, how good they can make the sub feel, the things they could do, or just bragging about playtime in general. To me, the dominant is doing pretty much what all women complain about when it comes to the vanilla lifestyle, which is only wanting and caring for one thing, or only wanting to use them for one thing. This makes the BDSM lifestyle just look really bad in general. We are the minority. The rest of the world, the vanilla world, is the majority, and it's bad enough that they think BDSM is only about sex, it's only about having sex or having kinky fun. We all know that's not what this is. We all know that's not what this is about. So why give them more and more reason to believe that? Now, I was going to stop at number 5, but I just want to bring up a serious issue that needs to be addressed. So I'm going to throw a 6th one on here. Even after you guys meet, talking, playtime, whatever, no matter what you guys talk about, no matter what you guys agree on, no matter how good the conversation seems to go, no matter how good everything seems to go when you all are around each other after meeting for the first time, there are certain things that me personally, I think a dom goes too far with. The dom laying down their rules for the sub, the rules for their slaves, letting them know who they talking to, letting them know who they want to hang out, who they're hanging out with, especially if it's friends of theirs that see them on a physical level, or people who care about them. Fine. Personally, I don't stop a sub from doing that. I just tell them to let me know when they want to do it. As a dom, you're supposed to look out for your slaves. Whatever you can do to keep them safe, but keep the relationship thriving, beautiful. The moment the dom is talking about not letting the person see friends and family, talk to friends and family without their permission, and turns it into not talking to anybody in the outside world at all, or talking to the outside world less and less. All of this, in my opinion, is just abuse. This is the start of, or what a lot of people go through in domestic violence situations. Now, submissives, a lot of y'all like when the dom is laying down strict rules and stuff like that. I get that. For your many different reasons, be it a fetish or because of something in the past, you might want that, you might like that, it might make you feel safe, it makes you feel the person cares. I understand that. But don't be afraid to ask questions before you actually settle on this. There's no reason for a dom to have a sub completely cut off all their friends and such that was there before the sub met that dom, unless those friends and such are toxic and they are sending the sub down a wrong, bad, or negative path, or hurting that sub, especially physically. Now, there are very few cases where a dom comes into a submissive's life and all the submissive's friends were trying to hurt them, so the dom got to keep them away from everybody. That does not happen. Even if a submissive has family members that are toxic that might be trying to use them or hurt them or whatever the case, every single member of that submissive's family can't all be that bad. So there's no reason for a dominant to tell a submissive they're not allowed to see any of their family members without that dominant saying yes to it. There's no reason for a dominant to go on any sub's social media accounts and type what the dominant wants to type on it, say whatever the dominant wants to say to the world that's watching that sub, or close the account down or anything like that, especially if the account was there before the dominant met the sub. Friends and family of a submissive in this lifestyle, if they meet somebody and suddenly the things coming up on their pages or things that they post in the status is starting to sound different, it doesn't seem like them, question it. Try to get in contact with them, something. There's no reason for a dominant to lock up a sub in the home or anything like that and keep them there for days at a time. None of these actions are needed or necessary to keep a sub or a slave keep them obedient. Now, I've been through 3 or 4 situations where a submissive comes running to me because they're trying to escape a dom. I'm not one for sub swiping, but I'm not one to sit back and watch a submissive or a slave be completely abused in a really, really negative way because a dom feels like being a dom, that sub should only breathe and live because of that dom. That is a very scary situation. And see, this is why when girls say that dom should be my everything, I kind of worry. So yes, to the submissives, it's possible for you to put yourself in a situation that's so bad that other doms don't even want to talk to you. They're not scared of your dom. They just don't want no drama on their end. They're probably happy with the subs they already own or happy meeting subs because those subs know when they meet that dom, everything is drama free. And then that one sub comes along that's trying to escape a dom but brings their drama to the new dom, and that dom is not going to have anything to do with any sub like that. I'm talking about red flags when it comes to submissives meeting dominance, but dominance, like I did in the past video, look for red flags when meeting submissives too. This is one of them. Not being able to eat, sleep, see friends, be on social media, use their phone, brush their teeth, take care of their body, eat properly, stay healthy, is how a lot of doms think this is how subs are supposed to be treated. And a lot of subs and slaves feel like this is what every dom is supposed to be like. I've had countless amount of slaves run away from me because I wasn't harsh like this, which tells me there are thousands and thousands of slaves that really think this is what a real BDSM relationship is. People, that's abuse on the really heightened, illegal, felony level. I'm tired of dominance using this person agreed to this as an excuse to be able to do these things to the person. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely wanted to retire. Definitely scared that this is what BDSM is gonna be from now on. I didn't want to bear the idea that when people find out I'm a dom, that they're gonna look at me in the way we're looking at doms like that now. On a brighter note, do you have any red flags that I didn't mention? Do you have any that are not related to the ones I listed here? Leave me a message on the Gram Machine, tell me what they are. If I get at least 5 more that I didn't already mention, I'll do another video. I might even mention the people who gave me these ideas. I might even mention the people who gave me the red flags. Or how about I do a video with the person, with the people who got red flags to say. Sounds like a good idea to me. As they say at the end of every winter, bye-bye, goddammit. I feel like if I talk about anything, even if you haven't experienced it as a dom, you would at least know what I'm talking about. The dom has no goals in general. You're talking to a dom about things, about long run, about things. This is what I get for doing videos at 3 a.m. in the morning. Trying to get whatever they want and not caring about hunting. Not one person not caring about hunting another person. We hunting people now. There's a cat singing in the hallway. Why is there a cat singing in the hallway? Cats don't meow like that. That's not meowing. That's singing. Why is there a cat in the hallway? Somebody want to come do my weave over?